Today we're gonna test a new infection mod called eYes Remastered, or the eYes Remastered? Anyway, this is an infection mod based around, well, eyes. And it's an alien species invading and infecting the world as many other infection mods. So today we're gonna see how it works and we're gonna try to test it, see its limit, and just to let you know, this mod is still work in progress, but we're gonna still go through it and see if it goes into a slop or not. So here we are in a brand new world, and the first thing we'll notice as, well, there's no infection. Of course there's not, because mob actually spawn, I think, in darkness. And well, okay, here we go. There's some random eyeling spawning around, and they will actually kill stuff and get points for the infection. And what we'll do right now is actually skip the first phase, because the first phase is just infecting. Mobs spawning everywhere, just like normal mobs, and just killing stuff. There isn't much to see, so we can use the game rule to go to phase... Well, it's technically phase 1, because there's a phase 0. So, as far as I understood, these guys will just keep spawning and killing stuff and laying down some eye discharge everywhere. Not sure what this thing does, but it's a good indicator that the infection is settling in. This thing didn't take damage from the explosion. Wow. Ding. Oh, I think that's the tree that is... Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was fast. Okay. So, at phase 1, this thing, the tree, it's going to be the block infection of the mod. And from what I know, there is tree 3. And the bigger the stage, the bigger the infection, and there can be pretty much everywhere. They sprout from eye tree sapling that are dropped from enraged or hyper mobs, and these things will become eventually, well, a tree, of course. So while we let this infection infect, I want to look at the other things of the mod. There's some ore, Ilium ore, which give Ilium bar, and with that, you can make the tools of the mods. Well, you actually need to kill stuff, because the eye string is dropped from mobs, and then you make this, and then you make the hoe, the shovel, the whatever, and you can even make a template to increase your gold armor into Ilium armor. That's pretty neat. Also, the texture is actually really good. I'm looking at the items, and the items texture is actually very appealing. Well, not appealing to eat, just to the eyes. Get it? Eyes? Like I said, it's very work in progress. There's not a lot in the tab of the mod, but from the little that I see right now, the weapons look good, the item, the mob drop looks really nice, and the block texture, it looks kinda nice. It connects well. I still don't know... Well, I can't place without crouching. Haven't checked the strength of the mobs and how the infection behave, so this is what we're gonna look now. Let's go see inside the ground. Where was this tree? Here. Okay. Yeah, so one thing to note is the model and the texture is not at the level of the blocks and the items. That's my opinion. But we'll see how they behave. They're trying to kill Enderman right now. Oh my... What is that? Ew. Okay, well, the transformation is instant. There's no animation. It just goes plop into an Ender Eyemination. Eyemination? Whatever. Oh, and we got the eye from the sapling here, and we can also check the point with the same command. We are now at 619, so they gained actually 119 points just by doing stuff around, and now they're killing cows. They're evolving pretty quickly. Okay, they have some flying mobs. I expect some lag in the later stage. That's what we'll see when there's a big infection. So I guess what we can do now is hit the time lapse and let them infect and see how it goes when the phase reach the max one, which is 5. But for now, I like that the mobs drop saplings that makes tree, like, grow the eye infection. I'm not sure what the flesh is supposed to be. Oh, when you're close, you get blindness. Anyway, I know it's another red infection, but I'm gonna give it a chance and see what happens when we let it infect. Let's go. Alright, 3 hours later, and we have this. We are at 11,000 points, meaning we are at phase 5, which is the last phase, and of course all you saw was above ground. There's underground. Let's go take a look at all the tunnels. Okay, here we go, in the caves from the eyes. There's some weird bloopy noise right now, and I don't know why. Lightning's been going on for the whole time, and there's probably a mob, but it's annoying because lightning sound is always present. Another annoying thing comes from these guys here. The eYes satellite. Well, this one is stage 3. There's 3 stage, and the higher they are, and I think there's more than one. There's another one somewhere. Okay, there's a stage 1. That's a stage 2. I think there's another stage 3 somewhere. Whatever. As you probably saw in time-lapse, there's now a crater here, because... Let's wait a few seconds. There we go. There's meteors randomly spawning around me, even though I'm in creative, all the time. It just locks in on me, and there's like falling meteors just like that from these guys. Something despawned here. What the heck? And right now, since we're stage 5, I think the eYes 3 are spawning pretty much everywhere. This one is stage 3. Looks like the Yoshi tree, but creepier. As you can see right now, it is limited by the random tick speed, so since I'm here, like this here could not advance more as I'm too far. There's another satellite! And then there's one here! I don't know if they're the one calling the lightning, but it's pretty annoying. Let's go see underground. What is that? I vidit. Okay, stealing the show. So underground is pretty much the same thing. There's a limit on how wide the infection goes per tree. Well, there's a multiple here. So that's kind of a neat thing, because it's concentrated around the eYes and you can kill it to like stop it. I have no idea how to stop the growth of the points. The mod is pretty work in progress, so I don't even know if there's anything to like reduce the point, cleanse the area, or anything similar. Also, while waiting, I wonder, why is there alien ore in the ground when these things are supposed to be alien? Maybe there's a lore reason, I don't know. What I know is that they can make some spires, some structure, like this thing here, which had actual like way to get up from down here. That's kind of fun. And every time you hear a ding, that means a new tree spawn, and there's quite a large amount of trees right now. Okay, I am going to actually kill all the satellites because I'm tired of hearing meteor fall everywhere around me. Oh, peace and quiet. Never mind, the lighting's here. All right, one thing I noticed down here in the caves, well, there's not a lot of vegetation. It's like 3 types of plants, 1 color of biome, but there's these structure that can spawn. Okay, this one kind of bugged out, but what I noticed is that they don't destroy blocks, they don't make pockets of air everywhere, and that's something I can appreciate. It just blends in with the environment. Even if it's sometimes floating, it doesn't create like pockets of structure everywhere. They don't destroy blocks. Okay, it's a bit repetitive, but it's hard to see because everything looks the same right now. Okay, they don't infect water too, that's a fun thing. They don't burn in lava too, there's no fire tick. I don't know what's their weakness, maybe cold again. And they don't have multiple type of blocks for the infection. Like these were posts, these posts here, they were here and they became blocks, even though the mod has access to fences here. There's the eye fence. I just don't know why it's not like that. Probably just a work in progress thing. But other than that, oh, I think that's a satellite spawning. I'm not sure. The little blah, 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 noise. What am I looking at? Hold on. Eye protector. Oh, it's a shield. Oh my god, they're all having an whatever here. Yeah, they are protector. Okay. It is not too laggy. It was a little bit before I killed the satellite. But other than that, the game is pretty smooth right now. I mean, it's not the most widespread infection we've seen on this channel. Far from there. What is going on back there? Did someone sneak up an amplified world in this world? What is that? Look at that. That's another satellite. They maybe spawn a bit too much. I think the mobs needs a little bit of balancing. Not quite sold on all the models. I guess they're like optic nerves, but we've seen worse. Anyway, now I want to test the infectability of this mod and how it looks like on a structure. So let's go to another place. And we are now in a desert next to the Shira's Palace, which is one of my favorite structures to showcase like infection spread and make them fight. But not only that, we're in a desert because the iMod has something special with the desert, and they plan to do this with probably more than 2 biomes for now. First of all, let's put them at 5,000 points so they get the phase 5. Phase 5? Hello? Phase 5? I need to put them at phase 1 too? Okay, phase 1. Wait, can I not skip phases? Huh? Do I need to like make them go through each phase? Yeah, I think I have to. Yes. What? It's so weird. I think they need to pass the threshold to be in that tier. That's so weird, but whatever. We are stage 5, phase 5, I mean. And let's go for the tree stage 3, because that sounds fun. It infects a lot. And we're gonna put this guy here. And what the heck? Anyway, as you can see under this guy, the texture is different. Let's bump the tick speed. So if we put the random tick speed to 200, this should spread pretty quickly. Here we go. It's going. It's not good for the lag to have a mod with the random tick speed, but it's fun because I can increase its speed and infect more for the videos. But, as you can see, the biome is completely different because we're in a desert. Okay, it's spawning a bit too many structures maybe, but here we go. It's going up the wall. It's climbing. And one thing I notice, maybe for the lag, that's gonna help. The sand that is not on the edge has the no-tick. It's a different type of block. Like these here doesn't have the no-tick. These here have the no-tick, which is kind of interesting. I think desertification does the same thing. Blocks that are like in the middle of the desert doesn't tick anymore to save on resources, which is pretty fun. Okay, so the stage 3, it still has a limit. Okay, this thing is giving me darkness, blindness. But like for a fraction of a second, so it's like flickering. I wonder if the infection is points dependent. Let's give them 100,000 points and see if they spread more. They don't. Okay. Yeah, trees are already spawning. Let's go and infect this structure. That's gonna be fun. I think the range of infection is pretty big, so we can just put one here, one on the other side. Oh, and depending on the block you put in, it's not the same infection. So this guy here, okay, so that's normal eye block. What is it called? Eye soil. Oh my god, this whole thing is getting infected. So is it the biome? So is it biome dependent or soil dependent? Let's say we go in this swamp here, which is perfect because it's so different. The eye grows restless. Ah! Haven't seen that in the other world. What if we put a sand block here and a dirt block here and we go bop bop. Okay, it is soil dependent. I thought it was biome dependent. That's so weird. All right, let's finish infecting this place. Alright, I think that's pretty much what it can infect right now. It has a hard time infecting with diagonals, so there's like some whole section that is not infected, or it's just the actual limit, because these guys here have no ticks. And there are some actual blocks that they can't infect, like these dead tube coral block. I see you. There's a boss? Interesting, where the heck is it? Oh, it's here. What are you? What is that? Ugh. Burn it! Burn it down! Where did you spawn? You just spawned from what? Eye Destroyer. Can I see you outside? I'm just gonna give myself night vision. Alright, what are you? Okay, so you're just a big blob of like optic nerves and veins and... So, what are you actually doing? Hi. Get over here. Get over here. You follow me. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I can't see. Do you only have like melee attack? What's your deal? What are you doing? What is going on with my vision? Oh, right. Eye sickness, of course. It's so weird. Yeah, it's mostly melee with effect for now, I guess. Hi. Oh, look at, wait, the blue on my shirt is so weird. They like contrast with the red. The effect is like changing the shading when the darkness effect comes. Come on, give me darkness. Here we go. It's like my blue is glow in the dark. Look at that. So weird with the night vision and the darkness. Anyway, whatever. I digress. Yeah, there's a boss, I guess. What does it drop? Oh, okay. Nothing for now, I guess. Like I said, pretty much work in progress, but I think the mod has potential. The way it places tree is pretty interesting, the way it spreads. Of course, it's stick-based. This is the most basic one. There's another one. Okay. I'd like to see a very, like, unique way to clear out the eye infection. Maybe you give it conjunctivitis.
Conjunctivitis.
This? I don't know. I'm not sure about the whole brown biome thing just being based on what the block it's on, but other than that, I'm always not a fan of over-exaggerated features in, like, the creepy aspect of things. Why are you guys following me? I'm in creative. Get out of my face. But it's still pretty good, so I might try to include it in the next infection video where they fight or they do something. It's probably time to revisit the interior of the Wither Storm. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what other type of infection you want me to try. And as always, you're awesome. I have a weird hat. And I'll see you in the next one. Please make the lightning stop. It's so annoying. Bye!